Anytime, anywhere. Watch Elevate TV on the go. Stuck in traffic? No problem. Catch up on powerful content. Pretending to work at the office? Stay inspired. One tap and you're ready to go. Download the Elevate TV app now on Google Play and App Store.
Elevate TV, advancing kingdom lifestyle.
Hello viewers, we want to believe that you're doing well tonight, and thank you so much for joining us. We are so glad to have you yet again into this program, which is very crucial for those of us that are already 40 but also beyond 40, and those that are anticipating to turn 40, because somehow we will all get there, God willing. And so tonight we are here with a very great topic, as you would probably be aware, or as you are aware. We are today discussing nutrition for those over 40. Not targeting men, not targeting women, but targeting both gender, and gladly so. My name is Lucy Muimi, in for Pastor Sunta tonight, and very, very warm welcome to all of you. We are live on Elevate TV. We are live on the Facebook page, Elevate Kenya. We are also live on the YouTube channel, Elevate Kenya. And so tonight we are joined with by myself and my friend, who I would allow to introduce herself and maybe tell us one or two things about herself as we continue to engage. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Good evening, viewers. I believe you're well by the grace of God. I'm very delighted to be here for sure. Matters nutrition are close to my heart, and I'm happy to be discussing the same. My name is Mary Kimani. I am born again. I love Jesus. I am also a nutritionist, a practicing nutritionist and dietitian. And currently serving humanity in the humanitarian space, but also across the country and the world. I look forward to this topic. It's really exciting.
Yeah.
It speaks to you, the audience, but also to us, to me as a person. Yeah. And I believe we shall leave this place better.
For sure, yes. Like Mary says, we hope to leave this place better, and for sure we shall. I know nutrition is at times a very controversial topic. Marketers use it a lot to gain attention from the audience. The community members are at times a bit confused, and at times I feel like they're not very sure what exactly we mean by nutrition. And I've interacted with a few people that I found a bit lost in terms of what exactly nutrition is, but not just what nutrition is, but also how to achieve good nutritional status across the lifespan. So maybe, Madam Mary, you could take this moment and just tell us in a nutshell, what exactly do we mean when we talk about nutrition? And maybe now that is not just about the 40 or the people over 40, but across the different stages of life. What exactly do we mean when we talk about nutrition?
Thank you, Lucy. Nutrition, I'm trying to think the best way to explain. Yes. But I know you would have heard, and the viewer would have heard, that you are what you eat.
Exactly, yeah.
So nutrition is really the sum total of how the body uses food to bring about health, good health, or to end up in bad health. And it is true when we say that people are what they eat. So when we talk about processes, it's a whole many things that happen, that go on from the time food is eaten all the way to the time the byproducts or the waste products of food are removed from the body. So there entails, when food goes to the mouth, there is the chewing, and chewing is an important part of nutrition.
Yes, yeah.
That if you don't chew well, for example, the technically recommended way is to chew food at least 20 times. I know, and people would be like, what, rice 20 times? Or
Are we
should
even
we
supposed to be
chew
counting
tea?
as we chew?
Are we even
Like, how
supposed
do
to be
we
counting?
tell it's 40?
You know.
I mean, it's 20 times.
Yeah, but it is possible to eat food, and just because you didn't chew well, not to benefit from it.
Wow.
That is why it is important. From the time the food goes to the mouth,
Yes.
it is supposed to be chewed well.
Yeah.
Then it goes, and from the mouth, work begins
Yes.
of getting the things that would then build the body, so
Wow.
that you are what you eat. So especially your starchy kind of foods begin to be broken down. Digestion is simply breaking down,
Yes.
to be broken down into smaller particles in the mouth.
Yes.
So if people are doing kupitisha,
Yeah.
you know how sometimes people will eat, especially rice. Rice is a culprit, yeah?
yes.
And rice just passed by the mouth. Then we
Yeah.
miss an opportunity to benefit from that food. Then down to the stomach. Also during chewing, a
Yes.
lot happens. Like food is formed into little balls
Yeah.
that can then go down the food pipe. You know,
Yes.
the pathway all the way to the stomach. In the stomach, it is critical that food is broken down further. Now, in the stomach, the starch continues, but the protein also begins to be broken down in the stomach. I like to tell people, if you eat food,
Yes.
especially your meat, your beans, your egg, your protein food, if it is not broken down fast in the stomach, then it's really a waste.
Sure.
So habits like eating and then drinking water at the same time, and water causes the food to pass out of the stomach, then becomes costly for food.
Yeah.
And then after the stomach, it begins to go down through the intestines, and in the intestines a lot of work happens.
Wow.
The small intestines is now finalization of breakdown, and now taking up assimilation. The food is now being taken up into the blood to go and build your body.
Wow.
So nutrition is the whole lot of process.
Wow.
And missing out on any, I tell people it is costly, because food is costly.
Yeah.
So if you buy food, then it didn't build your body, you just like filled your stomach for a minute and then it was out, then that is not good, prudent use of food. So that really is nutrition. The end product is that tissues are being built if you are in this age of growing, tissues are being repaired if you are older. You know, there is a lot of replacement. The body renews itself over and over again using food. So therefore nutrition is that critical. It's really a basic aspect of life.
Wow. A very, very basic aspect of life. And I know my viewers tonight, you will appreciate that there's a lot more to understand about nutrition than meets the eye. A lot of times we think nutrition is when you see a label on a product, nutritious porridge, and you think you're done with it. But what a beautiful thing to hear Mary tell us tonight, that it's not just about buying that nice package and making the porridge and taking it. There's also the detail of how you consume, and the process of a whole lot of stages that that the food goes through to be meaningful to your body. And I like that you've actually highlighted that it would be a waste if I were to go all the way and still not gain maximally from the food that I end up buying, cooking and eating. So viewers, as you will appreciate, this is a very important and pertinent topic. A lot of times and actually the word of God says so, we perish due to lack of knowledge. Could we be suffering some of the distresses in our bodies tonight because we are not doing the right thing nutritionally? Would you like to then share that page, the Facebook page and the YouTube page, channel, to other friends that you are in networks with, so that they are also able to benefit tonight. Again, keep on sending your questions. We are very happy and glad. We have an expert in the house, very glad to respond to any questions that you may have concerning the same. So tell us, Mary, tonight our viewers are very excited and waiting to hear from you about how then, what happens, especially when someone turns 40. There are so many myths that go out there, and I think when I was younger and I was not 40 yet, I also had an interaction with the myths, and people said a lot of things about 40 years, and I thought that 40 was a time when there would be such a like thunderstorm and things will shake, and then I would feel like, oh my God, everything has changed. I'm not what I was. I'm still waiting for that to happen a few years after I turned 40. So maybe you can just tell us a bit of what you would want us to understand concerning these famous 40 years and beyond. And maybe now we will delve into, how exactly then do we need to tackle the topic of nutrition at that particular age.
Thank you, Lucy. And it's interesting. One of the myths must have been life begins at 40.
Exactly.
Like there is going to be a press like refresh,
yes.
and then there is a whole new self. But I think the beginning must mean something else, and there are many aspects to life. But I would like to submit to our viewers that the body continually mutates, changes from the time a child is born. We know that their body physically, as we see them, changes. Yeah. They are born without teeth.
Yes, yes.
Then after some time, teeth show up.
Yeah.
They are born, they can't walk. After some time, they can walk.
Yes.
So I'm alluding to the fact that the body is continually changing. And as the body changes, the demands, remember where we started. We said you are what you eat.
Exactly.
So a person is what they eat.
Exactly.
Really, food is what enables the body of a person to function. So you would note that when a child is born, when they are like 3 years, when they are 5 years, the things they do are different. When they are 17, 18, adolescents, the things are very different. And as different as we see on the outside, so it is in the inside. Yeah. The way the needs of the body change. In early age, the body wanted a lot of protein because there is a lot of growing to do. Yes. In adolescence, the body now still wants protein and nutrients to support growth, but now wants iron if it's a girl, because they have matured, they have transitioned to another phase of life. So I'm saying all that to say that there is continually changing. Now, when we turn 40, I remember, even from the days of school, when we took this topic, I was like, what? 40 is so young. But honestly, when the body turns 40, scientifically, or not science, physiologically, the way the body functions, it starts the journey of old age. I like to say that because people are scared of being old. But at 40 is when the body begins the processes that go all the way to what we commonly know as old age.
Yes.
So what are those changes? And these changes are for everyone. They happen to the male and they happen to the female, because really they are about how the body functions. All right? Yeah. So number one, when you hit 40, the speed, the rate at which your body burns up food. Remember we said the body uses food to do stuff. So the speed, the rate at which the body uses that starts to slow down. That is a fact. Yeah. We can't do anything about it. Number two, so with a slow breakdown, it's metabolism technically. naturally people after 40 will start to put on weight because if the body is not burning up, because what the body does is if there is no energy provided from the plate or the cup, the body breaks down some tissue and provides energy to do what it must do. The heart must beat, the eyes must blink, everything must happen, all right? The heart must pump. So if there is no energy from the plate, then the body will break down. If there is too much energy, the body will take the excess and convert. So now, a slow speed of breaking down means after 40, people will tend to gain weight easily. It is now harder to lose weight. I know everybody can resonate. When you were younger, you ate everything there was. And you stayed small. Then after 40, you haven't changed a thing, and now you're just putting on weight somehow. It is because the way the body functions, the rate at which we break down tissue and build up tissue is slower, and it's easier then to gain weight. Number 2, the now blood sugar starts to like the control of blood sugar, the level at which the sugar stays in the blood now starts to fluctuate. Kinda, I figure the insulin, the hormone that works to bring down sugar, has been working for 40 years. That's a long time. So after 40, somehow there is inconsistencies in how the blood sugar is. And this is the thing that causes people over 40 to crave sweet things. Because sometimes the sugar will go all the way down and the body knows how to sort itself. So it starts to crave sugar. So it is common for older persons, unless we manage diet, to start to crave sugar and sweet things. So you want a soda so badly, you want something sweet so badly, you want sweet snacks so badly, your cakes and so on. It is because things are happening in your body and the blood sugar control is not as tight. So we can say that, okay? The other thing, the body is therefore, because of that blood sugar thing, it's related to the hormone, and we'll talk about hormones a lot more. The hormone that brings down or increases sugar, there are 2 hormones. Now they are inefficient. Let's just say they are inefficient. As a result, the body starts to be unable to produce energy as you need it. So if you can think back to when a person is younger, they are just whole lot of energy, so much energy to do so much stuff. And by the way, energy, what do we call them, bursts, reduce with age. You can remember the 2-year-olds, my goodness. And then the 5, the 10-year-olds, all the play they do. As people grow older, they tend to release less energy. After 40, you release way less energy. It's related to the hormones, and therefore it's common to feel fatigued after 40, especially in the afternoon. And that afternoon is when people tend to crave sweet things. Okay. Then after 40, so generally system starts to slow down. The other thing that starts to happen majorly is the digestive system. It begins to be slow. So that now you eat food and it takes a whole lot longer to break down. Because the release of digestive enzymes, even the movement, I'm doing this because it moves in like waves, you know, through the food pipe. And the movement of that food is way slower. The strength of the muscle that pushes food down is lower. Remember, we have less energy, our blood sugar is what it is, and therefore digestive system begins to have issues. It is therefore common for people to start bloating. For sure. It's common for people to get indigestion. It's common then for people to start getting like resistance, you know, like when
Yes.
people say
Intolerance.
intolerances.
Yes.
Yes. Like when I eat this, I can't tolerate, my digestive system can't tolerate.
Yeah.
You know, those are problems of older people, I like to say, because the digestive system generally doesn't function optimally. That is so critical for the topic today, because food is the main guest of the digestive system. Food is received in the digestive system.
Yes.
So if this system is changing, then we really must change, right?
Yes.
Because it's no longer the same.
no longer the
You
same.
can't give it
You're
what
right.
you gave it when
Yes.
you are younger.
Yes.
Then we tend to get, the body is prone to inflammation. How do I say it? There are some the processes when the body is trying to say, I have been hurt, you know. For example, let me give an example. If you fall, you get a bruise,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
It looks reddish and so on.
Yes.
That redness is the body saying, I've been hurt.
Yes.
So even in the internal organs, the body tends to manifest inflammation. Those nimekwazwa kind of thing
Yes.
in the body, depending. And you know, the inside of the body is a whole lot of things. So is it your whatever system, lymphatic system, whatever system, there is tendency to get inflammation. And many times it manifests in joint pains.
Okay.
So after 40 is when people start to feel things, you know, in their joints. That is related to an aging process. Then finally, there is loss of muscle tone. This is so critical. We said the digestive system is working slowly. The build-up, breakdown, metabolism is working slowly. So you are eating food, you don't get the best because your system is what it is, and therefore we tend to lose muscle. Now, I know after 40, because of the issue of weight gain, is when people start to do drama with diet. I call it drama.
It is.
So you are doing OMAD, one meal a day.
Yes.
You are doing sijui what detox. You are doing, I'm not eating breakfast. I'm not doing many things
Carbs.
with food. I'm not eating carbs at all. All those, I call them drama myself.
They are actually drama.
They really are traumatic to the body.
Yes.
Some of the things people crave, like the sweets, the sweetened snacks, are actually some of the foods that cause inflammation in the body. And so your body, if we do drama with diet, and all the things that are happening and they cannot be controlled because it's what it is, it's how the body is set. Then your body is consistently having too much of the stress hormone. And the body is continuously stressed. How does that manifest? Now the fatigue, the mood swing, the sluggishness, the unhappiness. I mean, the stress hormone. And sometimes people can be so stressed all the way to a hospital bed.
Wow.
God forbid.
I know.
We are people of faith, we can pray. But we also are advised to do the right thing. So many things are happening. Be you a man, be you a woman, there is that. Therefore, the things that then we should do at 40 are different. Today we will talk about diet, but I know maybe, God willing, another day we will talk about physical activity. For example, because of the natural loss of muscle and the things. Remember, at 40 is also when people are really, really busy putting their lives together. And it's not uncommon for you to even forget to eat because there is so much work. Also, at 40, people are doing very serious things. Again, the work-related stress is inevitable. So if the body is also being stressed on this other side, because we are not able to do the right thing, then I think that is a problem. Yet this is a very crucial time in life. So therefore I believe looking at the various things, today we look at diet, physical activity is the other thing that people must. Then stress management is another thing that people after 40 must be taught. And you are right to say that we perish for lack of knowledge.
Wow. So viewers, I want to believe that you are relating with what Madam Mary is saying, and you are able to probably pick a few of those things that you did or advised someone to do, or that you plan to do, or that you are doing even right now. And it's very amazing to imagine that at times we are, intending to do good, but we end up not, doing that good that we intended to do. And for me, that is all because we lack knowledge of what that, that right thing would be. So please stay tuned in. There's a lot more going into this conversation. Remember to send in your questions. We're very happy to address your very specific issues. Mary is here and waiting, and very glad to do so. But very much interesting. In 1 minute, Mary, maybe you can just tell us, why do we need muscles? Yeah, you talked about the fact that as we age, we are losing muscle, and we may need to do physical activity. And so maybe you can just highlight in 1 minute, what is the role of muscle, and why do we need to then give it attention as you talk about being after 40?
Beautiful. Muscles are what we use to do stuff, to do things,
Yes.
to lift, to do work, generally.
Yes.
Remember, every body organ has muscle.
Yeah.
Even the heart
Even
has
the
a
heart,
muscle.
exactly.
Even the lungs have
Yes.
a muscle. Even
Yes.
the eyes have
Yeah.
a muscle.
Yeah.
So if we are, the strength of the muscles is changing because we are growing older. That already is. That's why there is things called lifestyle diseases. Things that manifest after 40. The muscles that are directly targeted at this age are the bigger muscles. Your muscles of the arms, the biceps, the triceps, and the legs. Okay?
Yeah.
And therefore, you would notice that older people start to have some interesting walking styles.
Yeah.
Sorry to say. We said we are all in it together.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
people start to have interesting
Yes.
walking styles.
Yes.
People now are unable to lift heavy things.
Exactly.
Because the muscle is,
Yes.
the muscle tone, the strength of the muscle is lost.
Yes.
So I think loss of muscle is a sad thing.
It is.
Because then you
Yeah.
can't run, you
Yeah.
can't move, you can't
Yeah.
do stuff.
Yeah.
And actually now you start to feel old in your head.
Yeah.
And then it starts to feel sad,
Yeah.
because why can't you do what you used to do?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that is the thing. So if you're, say, a lady, especially women, the big muscles are lost faster because the body of women tends to deposit fat easily, and therefore they are more at risk of really being unable to do things that they used to do. I think generally. The other thing is that muscles are a storehouse for nutrients.
Tell us more.
Muscles,
In a minute or so.
yeah, muscles are a storehouse for even energy, quick energy.
Yes.
It is where the body puts the energy that is the quick to go, you
Yes,
know.
yes.
Muscles are storehouses for proteins and for minerals and vitamins. So if you don't have muscle, then it really is like a home
Yeah.
bila gala.
Yes.
Inaitwa gala.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a sad situation. It
Yes.
means you don't
Yeah.
have stock.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's important that we think muscles.
Muscles.
Yeah.
Wow. It is important that we think muscles, viewers. And I'm also thinking the heart uses muscles to contract and to, to even pump blood and everything. So you talk about the lifestyle diseases like, blood pressure and such, and, management of how the body moves blood around the, the system and everything. And that has to also do with muscle. So that should be a very big lesson. We may be concentrating on the tummy, and kumbe, it is not about the tummy, it is about the muscles, first and foremost. And I think we probably need to put our priorities right tonight in terms of how we are managing our issues in, in the lifespan of beyond 40 and such, because ideally, we could be so busy looking at our body shape and everything, and yet there's a lot more critical aspects, and as far as, nutrition after 40 is concerned. So viewers, we are so glad that you joined us tonight. We want to believe that you're learning. Please stay with us. We take a very short break, and we will be back very shortly. Do not run away from us. We are glad to have you. Thank you, and see you in a few.
Sylvia Akoth invites you to the Kairos Experience live recording themed Sold Out on the 10th of May 2025, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. The Kairos Experience will be happening at Life Church Limuru, Destiny Grounds. The live recording experience will be graced by Apostle T. Mwangi and other great ministers, Pastor Josiah, Princess Harriet, Andrew Ngelelo, Evelyn Wanjiru, Ali Mukhwana, Dorothy Award, and Joaquin Muni, among others. This is a must attend. Book your spot today through M-Pesa till number 3239630. Purchase a regular ticket at 500 Kenya shillings or a VIP ticket at 3,000 Kenya shillings. For more information, kindly call 0714 450 571. See you at the Kairos Experience.
Elevate your brand with Elevate TV, a premier media station in the country. We specialize in video production, live coverage, advertising and social media marketing. We do quality production for YouTube videos, podcasts and live events. Transform your vision into reality with creativity and precision. Call us today and elevate your story on 0705 872 237.
Wow, welcome back, our viewers. We are so glad that you are still there. You didn't run away from us, and we are also really here for you. We are so grateful to see that we have quite a number of viewers sending in comments. We have Samuel Dahi watching. We also have Devi Kingola. We also have Mary Joki, and actually she's asking a question, which Mary, I think you should take a minute to address. And she's saying, hello, I am experiencing hiccups while eating, and I'm forced to drink water. Please advise on what to do. Yeah.
Wow, Joki, sorry for that. So yeah, we came from talking about muscles.
Yes.
So hiccup is related to the muscle above the stomach wall. And hiccups is one of those things in my many years of practice that we haven't had what medicine to do. Mm-hmm. It's really around being able to just persevere, and usually it should go within a short time. Yeah. If you really must take water every time, then that may mean that may be your way of managing the hiccup. You remember some people put a paper a paper on the forehead of children to stop hiccup. Yeah, but usually it would be related to inhaling gas and so on, and usually the body should sort itself that it goes. As always, if the problem persists, it's always good to see a doctor. There are doctors who specialize in internal medicine. It would be great to see one, and they would be able to look in more depth and see what exactly could be the problem.
Yeah. Wow. We hope that, Mary, that was helpful to you. Thank you so much, Amunga Kuta. We can see you're watching and you have a question also. And you're asking how persons above 40 deal with excess gas and bloating. You already talked about the fact that there would be bloating, and so maybe you may want to pick that up.
Okay, Amunga, thank you for that question. How to manage bloating is a lot. In a nutshell, it is eliminating the food items that cause you bloating, and working with those that don't give you bloating is one of the things. That's the major thing, because usually, as we will learn, some foods are more prone to bringing about gas, and really it is related to the changes in our digestive system. It is that now your system can't handle this. So usually in practice as a dietitian, I would eliminate some foods. It's never a blanket sheet list. It's very, very individual. Every person, I guess, in the amazing work of God is an individual. So usually we explore with the client what is causing bloating, and we eliminate whatever it is, and then we make sure nutritionally we replace with another food that would give whatever nutrients. So the best thing is to work with a dietitian to manage that bloating. Sometimes when it's severe you would get medicine, but yeah, because if it's related to growing older, honestly, I highly recommend that we try and do it the most natural way. Yeah.
Okay. So we hope you're getting us loud and clear, our viewers. Please do not forget to share the Facebook page and also the YouTube channel address for others to benefit from this very helpful conversation, which you do not get to hear every other time, because it is rare to get the real thing. At times we get confused because we are not probably learning from the best, but tonight we have the best for you. So Mary, allow me to take you back to the conversation we had earlier before the break. And I think given that you've already alluded to the fact that there are many changes that happen within our bodies, and that is because our cells are no longer functioning the way they did. There's a degeneration, the body is wearing out, the muscles are wearing out and all that. And you already talked about the few changes that we were able to discuss tonight. Would you like to probably take us through some of the remedies, or how do I need to take care of myself to make sure that either I avert, I don't know to what extent we can be able to avert or to completely avoid, because nobody wants to have negative effects of old age or whatever the situation they are in, or if not avoiding the impact or the effects totally, how do we then minimize to what extent they make our lives a bit uncomfortable? So
thank you so much. Please note, at 40, the processes of all those things that I've said begin. It is never an event.
Yes.
It is a process.
yes,
And that's good news, really, for those who are 40. For those who are way older, the Lord show you mercy. But if you are 40, the best thing is to start doing the right thing immediately. Because it's really, if we do nothing, it's really just a matter of time, and the effects will be so much. So there's a famous phrase that we say, old methods really cannot, you cannot continue to do the stuff you did when you were younger.
Exactly.
If you do, then that's quite ignorant of you. So we cannot do those things of skipping breakfast.
exactly.
We cannot do those things of under-eating during the day.
Yeah.
And I know I said at 40 people are busy,
Yeah.
but it is important that you eat during the day.
Yeah.
Because when we don't,
Yeah.
then many adults tend to overeat in the evening. You get home and you do your breakfast, lunch, supper, snacks, all of them together, because you are very busy during the day. We have to think the caffeine. Many young people, and at 40, I know I'm a culprit, but I'm work in progress. I used to take so much coffee, but honestly, if your muscles are beginning to struggle, caffeine is a stimulant. You keep giving your bodies so much hicks, and that goes for I know in this channel people don't drink, but for those who take alcohol, for your colleagues at work, tell them after 40 you can't keep confusing your body. That is why I said the body keeps getting injured and there's inflammation going on. We can't do snacking on sweet things. We can't do limited healthy foods, you know, because somehow we didn't get time. Or I know 40-year-olds are in workshops a lot. Oh, they're in workshops a lot. And the 5 meals a day life is something people must think about. And the beauty is, at 40, you are also adult enough to make decision what you do. So I know we can be able to choose what we do. Also note that the body is very, very sensitive to stress after 40. Remember the changes. And so when you diet, when you do poor diet, then it's easier to get weight gain, when we restrict calories, when we skip meals, all those things that people, young people especially do, all the things that are cliche in town are not things to do.
Yeah.
The best thing is to get it right. So let's go to the get it right part.
Get it right. I like that.
The get it right part.
Yes.
Number one, at 40, to address your digestive system that is slowing down, it is critical that you include high fiber foods. I don't know how to say it strongly. High fiber foods.
In bold.
In bold,
Yes.
underline, colored, italics,
Yes.
like very important.
Yes.
Because the discomfort, you know, when food stays in the GIT for a long time, generally, actually, the first thing you feel is low energy. Somehow, a person is sluggish because food is staying in the stomach for too long. So it is key, friends, that we include fiber foods. When you do this, they actually even help with the hormone fluctuation. Remember, at 40, now different things are happening even with hormones. And therefore, fiber helps to manage the hormone fluctuation. Fiber also reduces craving. Fiber has a way of making you feel full. So you will not crave things because your body perceives that it is full. Fiber is important for healthy bacteria in the gut. So people who bloat, sometimes it's because we have overgrowth of some bad bacteria and they are emitting gas, and now you're bloating. When you do fiber, it usually will release, it is good food for healthy bacteria in the gut. So it is critical. And what are these high fiber foods? Think your seeds, friends. At 40, become friends with seeds, some of which we don't eat much. And I know some of the people from their culture eat like sim. Those are good things to eat. But there is a whole lot, thank God for urbanization, there's a whole lot of seeds. Think your flax seeds, your chia seed, your sim, your pumpkin, your sunflower seeds. Just eat seeds. Yeah? And as you eat seeds for fiber, they are the best source of fiber. Normally, I also like to put in there roasted maize, not boiled maize, roast green maize. Usually is high fiber. When you do that, they are helping you with feeling full, growing, all the things that I have said earlier. So love your fiber. But fiber also comes from leafy vegetables, mboga majani. So all the leafy vegetables you can think of, the green ones, they are high in fiber. Even cabbage is high in fiber. So love fiber. Include fiber in your diet. Make sure it's there every day. Make time for it. One day we should come back and talk the how. Because how do you eat chia seed? How do you eat sijui sunflower? What? Yeah, we can work on the recipes. The other things we can do is to include digestion enhancing foods. So there are particular foods that are easier for digestion. These are the foods that you find labeled probiotic, you know. And there are some things like seeds are also good for digestion enhancing because of the fiber in it. But also now thinking about the fermented foods. So I like to tell people, can your breakfast also include fermented porridge? Because fermentation is a good thing for digestion. It helps you to digest well. It helps you to absorb well. There are some commercial products like kefir. Just look for foods that are good for digestion. They do exist. Include them. The other thing is to think about slow release foods that don't give you so much carbohydrate at the same time. We call them the slow release carbohydrates. And these include the root tubers. After 40, I recommend, I was laughing the other day talking with another lady, I recommend do less rice and bread and wheat, do more potato and sweet potato and arrowroot. roots, vitu zile zinamea huko chini ya mchanga. Those foods are healthier.
Wow.
They release their carbohydrates slowly. And you should eat them during the day. So that as they release, you will spend most of it doing business and not at night. Okay?
Yeah.
That's very, very important. Also, it is good to eat. This is like a tip. It could almost pass like a fad thing. But technically, when starches are cooked and then they are cooled,
Yes.
they lose part of the starch. There is something we call retrodegradation. So kumbe ile practice ya ugali ya kulala
Yes.
is actually a good idea for
breakfast.
For breakfast,
I know.
for
Yes.
older persons.
Yes.
So if your babies are eating bread and what, eat starches zenye zimeka, because the net starch is less in that, okay?
Yeah.
These foods also are good for, remember we talked about your blood sugar now is playing
Regulation.
games.
Yeah.
They are good for maintaining your blood sugar because they are slow release. So it is key that we think about that. Then, so notice I did talk about cereals.
Yeah.
Cereals like we know them, your rice, your wheat, your maize, your ugali. I'm sorry, but we're Western. But, see, kweli, it's all Kenyans these days who eat so much ugali. Yeah, we need to go easy on that and do more of the roots. Do more of the cooking bananas.
Yes.
They are slow releasing in sugar. Then, after 40, friends, eat easy to digest protein. Remember we said the digestive system is slowing down.
Yeah.
So you need to give your body light work by eating easily digestible proteins. What is that? White meats, like chicken without skin, underline, is good food for your body. Beans that are soaked are easy to digest, or even things like lean beef.
Yeah.
If you buy a cut of meat, buy the lean one. So those are foods that are helpful for you. Then we eat foods that are anti-inflammatory. Remember we said the body keeps getting injured by all the events.
Yes.
So what are those foods? It's about the high-fat foods like fish, especially salmon.
Yes.
Yeah? And also the fruit avocado. Avocado is a good fruit. Eat them. If you are over 40, prefer them to banana.
Exactly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
If there is avocado and banana, please go for avocado. Okay?
Wow.
It's a source of good fats, and they help to manage the inflammation. But then we also need to include now healthy fats like olive oil.
Yes.
The more virgin, the more pure it is, the better.
The better. Yeah.
Make a habit of adding that oil in salads, for example. If you're doing your cabbage salad, make a habit of adding it. It is helpful. Yeah? So those ones are anti-inflammatory. So you'll notice that we have clustered the food to address the issues that we said, because we said the body is changing. But for inflammation, sugar, colleagues, friends, reduce your sugar. I tell people, I've been practicing for a long time, not one patient diabetic who we told sasa hautakunywa sukari, they always stop.
Yes.
So I like to tell people, how about you stop slowly when you are not sick?
Yes.
Because if you catch diabetes, you will stop that day.
That's it.
In fact, that day. So it's a good thing to, if you are the type that reduce pole so that your body adjusts, so that there is no shock, there is no stress, okay? Yes. Then now we have talked about the healthy fats. Make sure you are eating healthy fats. Your fish, your olives, these olives that don't taste so well, those should be to go to for older people. The seeds and nuts, the seeds I talked about for fiber are actually good sources of healthy fat.
Yes.
Yeah, so people should eat them, and then include together with that cruciferous vegetables, how do I call them? You know, the broccoli,
Yes.
cauliflower, those
Yes,
ones.
yes.
Yeah, they are also good for that purpose. When we eat high fat,
Yeah.
it is helpful because high healthy, not just fat,
Yeah,
please,
yeah, high
no
healthy
margarine, high healthy fats.
Yes.
Like I've said,
Yeah.
it's good, it makes you feel full for long, and therefore you will not be craving things because
Yeah.
your body perceives that you are full.
Yeah.
And then healthy fat is important for your brain and for your heart.
Yes.
And we said your organs are changing.
Yes.
So I'm emphasizing the healthy fats.
Yeah.
It's good to eat fats, eat the healthy ones, not any fat.
Yeah.
Then there is also the issue of dark green leafy vegetables. And I can dare say the colored
Yeah.
vegetables.
Yeah.
Think about purple cabbage. After 40, that's your things. Those are the things you pick. I should see in your shopping basket, and all the colored, the purple, whatever, the red foods, vegetables and fruits, those are the to go to. So we recommend that. They are very, very important, especially for hormone balance. They are very, very important for hormone balance and also for detox. You know those things people say detox.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, when you teach older people, we say the more colorful your plate is,
Yeah.
the healthier you are eating.
Yeah.
So if you can't count all the things, just see color, see blue, purple, red, what, and you are eating better. Yeah, so I think when we do that, those should be the major things. And I know a lot of people will be saying, what? My plate is usually a big white something and then a few of the other things.
Yeah.
I think after 40 is a good time to adopt those habits. Are they good for your children? I know 40-year-olds have children growing. You cannot feed children with seeds. They will be full the whole day.
Exactly.
It will be too much for them. That is why we said, let's use the information. The older we get, things are changing. It is completely unhealthy to give children Weetabix. It's too much fiber. They stay full. They can't eat the good food that they need to. Yeah? Yeah, so I think that's what we can say. And the secret to eating healthy after 40 is eating the right food. So see less of your white carbs, see more of the things we have talked about. Eat at the right time. Friends, night is not right. Night is unright. And then eat the right portion. So whatever it is we are eating, of course, especially our starchy, because our body is putting down weight just easily, we better be careful and avoid those things. So that's the secret. Eat the right food at the right time in the right portion. That's a simple summary of that session.
Wow.
Yeah.
Viewers, I want to believe that you are getting it very clearly. We are not using complicated language, very simple. However, I know that some of the things that Madam Mary is proposing may not be very sweet to hear, but because, again, like she said earlier, if your body is changing, you may have to also change. And I want to also probably reiterate the fact that we've changed a lot of things in our households. Because of the changing circumstances of life. For example, technology has brought a lot of changes in the way we are doing life today. It's not the same as when we were younger. And would that then become a reference point in terms of how we start thinking, not a family pot, but a pot that suits the different cohorts of people within the family? Yeah, because I hear her loudly say that at a different stage and age in life, then your nutritional needs are different, and what you need to do is also different, so you need to also think differently. And she already gave us very high-level tips. For me, I think one of the major take-homes as we head towards winding up is the fact that you need to find healthy ways to keep your body, to keep your tummy filled up, so that you're not, keeping on craving and ingesting stuff that will, of course, increase the calorie intake, and then you end up, having the body convert the excess calories to glycogen. I think she talked about the fact that that will be stored, and then you start, realizing that your body is, increasing in image. So we would like to probably hear from you, Mary, as the last bit of this session. And colleagues, remember to viewers, remember to share the Facebook page and also the YouTube channel page so that we benefit many others that are out there. Maybe you can tell us a bit more in 2 or 3 minutes. You mentioned the fad diets. And I know that in this era, people are becoming more self-conscious in terms of what they eat. And you told us that we are what we eat. And in the process, there has been so much going around in terms of the approaches to manage weight, to manage the ingestion of the different nutrients in our bodies and all that. And I hear people like where I work say, I am not doing carbohydrates, I am not doing wheat, I am not doing this, I'm not doing the other. And what I've seen and witnessed is the fact that the fad diets, or the diets that come because of the peer pressure that we are going through today, and the desire to change a certain aspect of my life, are not actually sustainable. So I would adapt a diet, but within no time, and the diets work very fast. We actually see physical changes, but within a very short time, the practice is, weaned off, and then the body probably goes even back to where they were, or even to a worse state than they were before. So maybe you can take a minute or two to just comment on what exactly are these dramatic events in our lives as we try to manage issues of nutrition. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, that's a good question. People progressively desire things that work fast. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because also people's weight comes on fast. Yeah. And fad diets have therefore become very, very common. People are doing a lot. Yeah. And it is good that people are desiring different. But I wish to tell us viewers that, like Lucy, you said, these eventful ways are not sustainable. Most diets taste not so nice. The work involved in putting them together is a lot, and it really is not a sustainable approach. Yeah. And therefore, the people usually fall out pretty soon after. Mm-hmm. If you are doing it because you want to fit in a wedding dress, maybe that is a thing. Mm-hmm. But honestly, for health, it is not. Yeah. Number two, most fad diets are lacking in many nutrients. Yes, yes. And you know what, viewers? The body requires all of the full profile, from carbohydrates to energy to everything, fats. To fats. Yes. Your body needs it every day to sustain good health. So therefore, when you do fad diets also, you really are traumatizing your body, because with time, now the body has to really source from the storage and so on, and it's just a matter of time and your body is unhealthy. And with time, people can confess. You see the impact. Therefore, the best thing is to adopt sustainable methods, practices that are informed by knowledge. I also would advise people to be careful about just doing things because your colleagues are doing and so on. Yeah. Just be like a little bit more solid, more grounded persons, and make decisions that are aimed at improving your overall self. Yeah. Because you need different things at different times. And fad diets are usually, they are not healthy.
Wow. Fad diets are not the way. I don't know which one you're pursuing. I don't know which one you've practiced. I don't know which one you're trying to think about, but it is not the way. Because again, it actually causes confusion to your system, besides depriving your body the very much required nutrients, like Mary told us. In 1 minute, Mary, and I know there's so much we've not managed to say, but look at the camera and just say one sentence as a summary of this session, And I know the viewers will be looking forward to hearing more.
Thank you, Lucy. Viewers, in one sentence, I think I would call us to take responsibility. Yes. Really, your health is your responsibility. Yeah. And at 40 and above, you are at the best time of making sound, solid decisions. So I call us to make those decisions for ourselves. Take care of your body nutritionally. It is the temple of God. And take care of all the other people's bodies in your house. But make sound, informed decisions on diet.
Thank you so much, viewers. Make sound decisions, take action. Take responsibility, take action. Your health is your responsibility. Thank you so much. We are glad you are watching and you kept with us for the period of time we were together with you. We look forward to having you again on Saturday, same time. Please, we hope you are getting helped, but remember to also share the beautiful conversations with others that they may also get to benefit. From Elevate TV, we say a very beautiful night, and thank you so much. See you soon. Goodbye.